Well, all people, it's 15th of June, I believe. 15th of June, and it's evening, and it's not raining. It's supposed to be raining, but it hasn't. Welcome to the Modeller's Mess with a load of modelers who are modeling. I'm good at this, aren't I? Really good. Really selling it now. It's really hot, so give me a break. We've got a few people watching, so if you're engaged and involved, come and say hello. Say hello in the comments. And who we got here? We have, well, unprecedentedly, we've got 7 of us now. There is one person waiting in the wings. That's Keith. He's in the doghouse. Can't tell you why.
So we'll get banned if we tell you.
Yes, we get banned. Let's start with Kat. I think he's been on the long enough. So let's start with Kat. What have you been up to, mate? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, fella. Yeah, I'm currently working on a Revell Land Rover 109. It's in not quite bits, but it's getting there.
Yeah, lovely.
I'm actually doing the Royal Engineers bomb disposal livery for this one.
Yeah, looks good. So how's the layout coming? How's the railway coming?
Now then, a little bit of a technical development with that one.
Oh.
I was fabricating this the other day. Hang on, let me get in view. There we are.
Hey.
Again, using those very nice special switches.
Yes. Yeah. They're really good. Yep.
So
love it.
Yeah, it's all getting there. Bit by
bit. Great. What's the Land Rover for them?
Because I like Land Rovers.
Fair enough.
Good answer.
Yeah, makes sense to me. And how's the kit going together?
Well, I've already picked up one error so far on it. It suggests that the the snorkel intake is on the driver's side, where in actuality it's on the passenger side.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Someone of your superior modelling ability will be able to fix that, I am sure.
Yeah, just done it, just repainted over it, waiting for it to dry.
Yeah, I've just noticed your T-shirt as well. Was that specifically for research? Oh, what's it?
Oh no, my wife got me this a few years ago as a Christmas present.
Oh, brilliant! He certainly does Land Rovers then.
Oh yes, very much so.
Oh, brilliant! Cheers, buddy. Oh, I look forward to seeing what you get on with. Hey, who should we pick on next? Let's go for John. John's always ready for a chat. How you doing, John? Again? Oop, he's frozen.
That's his excuse. I bet you.
Yeah, I bet he's just staying really still. Stay really still. Maybe he's gone through a tunnel.
Don't move and they won't talk to me.
Maybe we'll come back to him. Let's try Gary. How you doing?
How's it going, Malcolm?
You all right, buddy? You came back then?
I did. We've thunder and lightning here, sort of messing about electricity at the moment.
Right. Yeah, we've had thunderstorms threatening. They're kind of bitty. It's going across the country in from the south.
Yeah, it's just playing havoc over here at the moment, so it is.
Right. So you got power cuts or anything like that?
Yeah, power cuts and they're not flickering on and off.
Oh wow, proper.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. You'll be safe up there. I'm sure you've had worse.
Oh, I've had.
Mm. So where you are, do you get a lot of the Atlantic storms coming over as well?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Just right beside the border here.
Yeah.
Black Lion. and we get a lot of thunderstorms over here.
Yeah, wow. Is that fun? People enjoy that or not?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you either love them or you hate them. I find.
Whereabouts are you, Gary?
Sorry?
Whereabouts are you?
Florence Court in County
Where was that,
Fermanagh.
sorry?
County Fermanagh, Florence Court.
Oh, right. Lovely place.
It is.
What are you working on, buddy? Still your Land
I'm
Rovers?
still working. Yeah, still working on my wee Land Rovers here.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I'll have another one in the post maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the three of them being built at once.
Yeah, be great. Can you show us what you've been you put up to the camera? What you've been up to? Oh, right.
Got
There you go.
that sort of started earlier on this afternoon.
Good job. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, we got two people doing Land Rovers. It's like a buddy build. Okay. Cheers, Gary. Let's go, Steph.
Thank you, Martin.
Steph.
Hello.
Hello, mate. We are live to nation. Please do not swear.
Okay. Is there anybody's name I can't mention?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You're not talk about Charlie Chaplin.
Okay, I'll not talk about Charlie Chaplin or Keith.
Okay. Keith's name's now flagged.
Yeah. Keith is now mud. The nicest man in Models for Heroes gets us banned from YouTube.
Headlines. You can see it now.
Yeah.
What are you gently caressing there today?
I'm gently caressing taking out some spray lines. I've just put the front intakes on the back part of the cockpit, so it's slowly coming together, or falling apart, as I say.
Yeah, no, it looks nice and neat though.
It's getting there, slowly but surely.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, it's going well. As we have two Land Rover people on,
yeah,
I've been trying to get hold of a 1/72 short wheelie petrol, and I can't find a 1/72 one for love nor money. Do the guys have any idea where I can pick one up?
Which one is it you're after again, Steph?
The short wheelbase petrol.
That would be
the engine goes into that much detail?
Sorry, Kat, I didn't hear that, mate. Say again.
I say, well, that would be the lightweight one, would it?
Yeah. The soft top.
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell. It's one of the obscure ones, the obscure manufacturers.
Oh, marvellous. That's bloody typical.
Yeah. If, fingers crossed, we have Banter this year.
Can you speak up a bit, Kat, because you're very quiet?
Sorry. Kits for cash usually sometimes have one or two floating around. If Telford's on this year still, fingers crossed, you might find them there.
Okie dokie. So that's kits for cash, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I shall have a look at those. Thank you very much, Lee.
Did you try eBay stuff?
Yes, mate. I've got a search on there for 1/72 Land Rover. So if anything ever comes up, it automatically alerts me.
Right.
And I've never had anything come up. So it's just wait and see, really.
Mm. Well, man. Cheers, Steph. What I'm going to do, because you're able to control it, Steph, I'm going to take you off the stream, and then we've got Dave and Al waiting to get in as well.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Drop
pretty.
me out.
Yeah, I'll drop you. I'm pretty sure I can drop myself out. To be honest.
No, you drop me. I'll drop myself out. I'll get one of the guys in.
All right, and I'll pop Keith in, see what he's up to.
You or me in.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's do that. Hey, Keith.
How'd you do?
How you doing, mate? So
I was just looking up Oxford Diecast. Oxford Diecast do a Land Rover short wheelbase.
Okay. You hear that, Steph?
Yep. Is that 132nd, Keith?
Anyway, good evening. I've been sat on the naughty step.
You have been on the naughty step. So yeah,
Yes.
once we got everyone chatted to and said hello to, we'll come back to that, Keith, buddy.
Okay.
So what you been doing? How's your oops? How's your tank doing?
My tank is coming on quite well.
Let's have a looky.
Hello, I'm here.
Yep. Hello.
You appear to have lost the picture somewhere.
Yeah, you seem to have frozen, just like John did earlier on. Oh, Keith's gone. He's back.
It may very well be the weather, Malcolm, because
yeah. Could be. All right, let's drop out Keith then. It's good here, isn't it? Dave.
Hello.
Hello. Are you there?
Yes, well and truly.
What are you up to, mate?
Just a few bits and pieces to do. I'm just wondering if this needs another coat of white paint. Still just trying to decide what I'm going to do with these intakes.
Yeah.
Exhaust, sorry. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe repainting them with Alclad or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have you got you thought about using a filter or something?
Yeah, there's not much. The problem I've got is there's not, even with dry brush and the washes, there's not much sort of color graduation. You know.
Yeah.
That's it. Just looks a little bit again monochromatic. So I'm just, or what I might do is use some of the Citadel rune paint and just highlight, the edges or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Just try and, because it just looks a little bit flat at the moment.
Bit of post shading, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Bit of marbling.
Yeah, it's just difficult to find the only darker metallic I've got to this would be Alclad. So we'll see.
Okay. Cool. And is that a tow bar there, the white one?
Yeah, that's tow bar.
Yeah.
And I just finished what we were on earlier, weathering the chocks.
Yeah. Brilliant. Oh, that's good. Oh, great.
There we go.
Well done, mate. Cool. Well, we got a full house, so I will carry on. We've got Al waiting in the wings as well to say hi. Keith's come back. We've lost John. It's it's busy night tonight. We've got 8 of us now.
Wow.
Trying to get on and share our plastic love. So I'll come back to you later on, buddy.
Well, I'll be off in a minute. My missus is rung up. She's coming home because her car's short of fuel. So she's going to take my car and I've got to go and fill hers up.
Oh, crikey. Gotcha. All right, mate. No worries. Here's Dave. Cheers. There he is. Hello, Al.
Morning, guys.
Hiya, mate. Sorry we have to keep you in the doghouse for a little while.
What's going on, guys? That's all right. The long hair.
A lot of people. Yeah, we got a long hair.
That's
all
good.
of us got long hair.
Always good to be popular. Definitely. No, the long hair commander, the really long hair commander, wanted me to put stuff away from the shopping. So
no worries. No worries, buddy. Good to see you. How you getting on? What you up to? What are you working on?
See what I'm working on?
Yes, please.
Okay, if you make my screen bigger, Malcolm.
I can.
Okay, we can do that.
If I will press the right button. Yep.
Oh God, Technicolor. Right. Okay. I'm building an RAF F4 Phantom FGR2. So my progress so far is I've got both bang seats done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one of them. You don't need to see two of them. They look exactly the same.
Is that 48
And there's
scale?
one of the it is.
Huh?
And there you go. There's Goose or Maverick, or whatever you like to call him. Let me just spin him around so you can see him better. There you go.
Gotcha.
The arms were all individual bits, and the head was separate as well. So you had to build up the pilot as well. It wasn't just a pilot.
Right.
So build him up. But he built quite well. And again, there's Maverick.
Yep.
You can see him.
Yeah, I do.
And there's the tub. Starting making the tub now. So I'm just spraying the light grey interior.
Oh, lovely.
So that's as far as I've got so far.
Yeah, we can see that. Yeah, that's good. Cool.
Yeah.
What's
So
the kit again?
That's my
did you say?
update.
What's the kit?
The kit, I'll show you a screen box. Keep my screen on big screen. You can see the kit then. It's this BC.
Wow, just a little one then. Crikey, yeah.
Yeah. It's the old Hasegawa moulding, so it's a lovely moulding kit.
Oh, I remember you talking. Yeah, brilliant.
So it's lovely. Recommended.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I always love the shark mouth stuff.
Definitely. And there you go. There's the fuselage. See how big it is.
Yeah, it's a long aircraft, isn't it?
It is. It's called the Rhino by the Americans, but I think doubly ugly in the RAF. But no, I'm going to do the camo version. I think green and grey camouflage. Got to be done.
Cheers, Al. That's great.
Okay.
Is that all you're working on? You've got anything else going on?
It is, yeah. I haven't done any. Just one last thing before we minimise me. I've got the wings on my German floater now as well.
Oh yes, lovely.
So that's nearly done now. Okay. But that's my update for you guys.
Cool. Cheers, Al.
No problem.
Brilliant.
Hope you're all okay and keeping safe. And
yeah, I think we're all well. Cheers.
Most important thing, cuppa.
Yeah, absolutely. So look at that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us. Wow. And we got Steph in the background. So then we can't squeeze everybody on.
I know, it's popular, mate.
If I, what happens if I take myself off stream? Can you still hear me? I think you can you?
Yeah, I think so, because you still hear Steph, I think.
No, I don't think you can. I think once you go off stream, it says that you've once you go into the doghouse bit, you can't speak, which is a shame because I could sort of manage it from the background. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway,
President Malcolm.
Yes, that's right. I am. What am I doing? I am still doing this thing. Head to a 9. Carrying on with that. I've got these parts to make at the front, which are the cannon holders. There's 1, 2. That's about 7 or 8 parts for this front part. That goes on there. I think this one goes here, and then there's a whole cannon goes through this bit, goes through that butt, goes up the back of there, and then this one goes on the other one about there. So I've got lots of these parts to make because I've got the other arm as well. And once you put as I demonstrated. Also, I demonstrated today. If once you put one arm on and then you put the other arm in, the thing is going to be absolutely massive. You know.
Are you going to put some brass spots in this to reinforce it?
I'm going to go with what our man Thomas suggested. I'm going to put some magnets in there just to hold them on. It doesn't have to be strong. It doesn't have to be particularly clever.
No,
there'll be some movement, you know. But yeah, there we go. That's what I'm going to
think of the legs all because the legs being cardboard. Will they support the weight? Okay.
I think so. Yes, I've been using foam card throughout. Well, if I put the foam card inside, I think it's quite sturdy. So like there's foam card in there. There's foam card in this part as well. So yeah, I think so. We'll see.
3 seconds to comply.
Yes, you have 30 seconds to add plywood.
Sorry.
I'm not sure whether it's going to be sturdy. I hope so. My fingers will be crossed.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Well, it's looking nice, Malcolm. Well done, thank you.
I'm going to switch over to Steph now. I have to remove myself and then add him.
Oh, hello guys. Right, so
Hi, Seth.
who's still here and who's gone and who's doing what?
Malcolm's gone in the doghouse, as he calls it, just temporary, while we've got a full crowd.
Right. Obviously, yes, I realise that. I've been here from the beginning. Little thing for you, Al. There's a certain person from history you are not allowed to mention or say his name, because if you do, we will be booted from YouTube like we were earlier. So do not, under any circumstances, mention any historic figures from prior to 1950.
What, any certain prime ministers, you mean?
No, it doesn't matter. Anybody. So they are banned at the moment. Once we go off air, somebody
Well, my
will
dad was born in 1938. What about my dad? He's born in 1938. My mum, 1944.
Was he a senior figure?
Was he a historic figure?
Which is what I said.
Gave me a name.
Okay, right. We'll leave it there, Al.
Okay, no, I know what you're saying. Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Mother's lives matter.
We don't want booting again, so that's the reason for that. So.
Well, it's been a silly week in politics this week.
Okay, we're not talking about politics either.
Okay.
Two of the things we don't discuss. I've been caught by it as well, so we just don't talk about stuff like that.
Have you?
Because it's not that. This is about helping people and keeping people in contact with other people, so we can chat and talk about models.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason for it.
Agreed. Okay. Point noted.
So what are you carrying on with your floater, or how's your Phantom? Because I didn't see it because I was busy concentrating on what I was doing to have a look. Sorry.
Here you go, Steph. I'll show you. I've done the pilots for him. I'll just show you again. There you go. There's one of the pilots.
Nice.
And I've done the bang seats. There's the bang seats. Well, one of them. There.
Cool. Oh, Mark 8.
So
They've got top bottom bang handles.
That's it. Yeah, ejectors handles. Yeah. And I've started working on the internals. There. So that's the tub.
Cool. Nice.
And the floater. I'll show you the floater. There you go. There's the jump floater. Got his wings on now.
Cool.
He's got to do the other wing struts now and the propellers, and she's done.
Nice.
And that is me. And like I say, the FGR2 Phantom I'm working on now.
Cool. What are you doing now? The tub?
Good. Yeah, doing the tub and all the dials, all the internal bits, the dashboards and pedals and the dividers.
Yeah.
So just spraying them all up now. I'm letting the first coat of spray dry and then do a second coat of spray to make sure they're completely covered.
Yeah.
So it's a biggie. There you go. Look, there's the fuselage.
Yeah, it is a size, isn't it?
Big old bird. It is.
Mm.
Hasegawa molding though, so it's a lovely kit. Lovely. Rebel Wee box. But apart from that, surviving lockdown and the heat because it's been really hot today, 30 degrees here.
It's lovely here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going for my 8-mile walk soon, so I won't be on for too long, so give somebody else a chance to have a chat to people.
Cool. That's nice.
But are you all keeping safe and well? That's the main thing.
Yep, everybody's fine.
Good. And my local mod shop opens again tomorrow. Yes.
Oh, my model shop opened today, so I went and bought a new model. Bought a 72nd scale Shackleton.
Oh, nice. Was that the Rebel Shackleton? Yeah.
No, the new Airfix molding.
Oh, was that the tail sitter one, or was that the tricycle undercarriage one?
Tricycle undercarriage.
Nice, very nice. South Africa had them, didn't they, as well? Yeah.
Yep, they did.
Yeah.
So let's quickly go around.
Was it 8,000? Yeah,
no,
sorry, Steph.
12,000 rivets flying in close formation.
That was it.
Yeah. Kat, how are you getting on?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Still working on the Revel 109. Sorry, Land Rover kit.
Is that short wheelie or long?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the long wheelie?
Yes, it is. It's the variation on the 110, but it's the Series 2B.
Yes. Drove those a few times. So what is it you're working on at the moment? Which bit?
Well, I've kind of been putting all the bits together that I painted up some weeks ago. At this point, I'm currently doing the back panel bit, the back box.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I might get it completed tonight.
Yay! Maybe. Nice.
Good on you.
Good, mate. Right, let's have a chat with Gary. How you doing, chap?
He's on mute, I think, sir.
Oh, give me a sec. Let's take him off mute. Oh, there we go. Back on mute. How you doing, Gary?
Not so bad, stuff.
Good. Did you really want to stick that bit there?
No.
I just want to get him giggling again.
No, you.
He's gone.
You're a bad man, sir.
I've been hearing bad reports about that new Shackleton you bought, stuff.
What, the fact that I've bought it?
No, not just that fact, but I know a man who did make it, and he said it was very bad.
Yeah?
Fit-wise, he says it was horrendous.
Okay, that should be fun then. Me stepping out my comfort zone, which is good. See, when you concentrate, Gary, you're not a tongue sticker.
No.
Right, let's leave Gary alone. Dave, how are you cracking along?
All right, I'm just doing some work on the cockpit at the moment.
Cool.
Just added some. The detail at the back of the cockpit was just pretty soft, so I added some cables with lead wire.
All right, nice. Let's have a look. Bring it close. Let's put you up. I want to have a look at that.
Mate?
Right, I've put you full screen. Let's have a look. I like that. That's good, that is, mate. That's really smart.
Just because it just looked a little bit one-dimensional as it was before.
Yeah.
So got that, and I've got the tow bar.
Oh, that's looking good.
Ready for weathering. And yeah.
Nice. That's really looking
Pick
good.
that
mate.
paint up, please. Pick that up.
Sorry?
So that's looking really
There's
nice,
that
mate.
paint on its side. There's paint bottle on its side there.
That's all right. Thank you.
It's got it on.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, I was a bit worried that it'd spill everywhere.
Keith, how are you getting on?
Oh, not too bad. My tank now has reached the stage where it's going to need some paint. So I shall put that aside for a day or so and then go out into the shed and start spraying.
Cool. We can do prime it.
So that's come on well. And I've been doing a bit of work on this gentleman.
Yeah, your Viking. Looking good.
And I think I've managed to close the eyes down a bit. He was looking a little bit startled just now. The eyes were about 3 times too big for the body. So he's coming on well now. I've got some more touching in to do on him. And then I can consider fitting his coat.
Nice.
Which is starting to look quite nice. I've put a bit of shading into it. And I have a sword to finish painting off. So I've got enough to keep me busy here, but it's all quite small and fiddly tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to start thinking about what I get out the box next.
So what are you thinking about getting out of the box next?
Well, I've got Baldric in the figures.
Okay.
So I think Baldric will come out of the box next. And I shall have to have a look and run around my vehicles and see what I come up with.
Ooh, cool.
Whether I do a vehicle or a
Sounds like a cunning plan.
or something else or an aircraft.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll have to have a quick scrabble round and have a look.
Cool. Looks like
But
a plan.
The tank is by Academy. It's an Academy kit, and it's gone together quite well. You know, I'm quite pleased with it. I've got some mud to put on the tracks, or the mud's on order. That should be with me in a couple of days. So I'll be able to weather things up and stick it on a base.
What sort of mud did you get, Keith?
I got dark mud.
Who by?
Or dark brown mud. Ammo.
Oh, okay.
I think it was ammo, or was it? No, I think actually, I think I've got that wrong. I think it's Vallejo. Yes,
oh, good.
it
I was
was
going to say
Vallejo.
Vallejo's the best one, I think. I've got some of the ammo stuff, and I find it's a bit thin. The Vallejo's got a bit more substance to it.
I've ordered the it was the Vallejo Mud and the Vallejo Mud Splash.
Oh,
both in the same colour.
Splash mud, yeah, that one there is actually.
Yeah. Yeah, brown thick mud and brown splash mud. I also ordered some Russian green.
I'll tell you what,
because I thought I could paint it in the appropriate colours.
The mud and grass is quite good, where it's got some grass texture in there for putting on tracks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can always add a bit of grass texture.
Grass with it or something.
Yeah.
Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop out now. I'll come in.
Okay.
Cheers, Steph. A little shimmy round. I like how it slides everybody around the screen. That's quite fun.
I mean, I don't mind. Would it be easier if I log off? I mean, it's not a problem.
No, it's fine. No, I'd rather have other people on than me. You know. So no, of course not. No, you stay. Okay. It's a nice problem to have, Dave.
Sorry?
It's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, indeed.
Yep.
See you later.
Bye. God, I thought he'd never ask. No, it's very valiant that everyone's recommending that they leave, but no, it's fine. Please do stay. More the merrier, I think. We got we just lost someone. Who did we lose? Al.
Al.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got a scoot anyway.
Ah, there we go. Cool.
So,
right. No.
Take care, guys, and I will speak to you anon.
Is it raining there yet, Steph?
It's peeing it down.
Wow. All right, mate.
See you later, Steph.
See you, buddy.
Take care, guys. All the best.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, he's gone. Who's got the noisy chair then?
Me.
Ah, thought so. I've had a few problems with your audio, Gary. You're feeding, not feeding back, but it's kind of like the echoes of what your speaker is saying is being picked up by your microphone. Now, StreamYard should not automatically filter out the echo, but for some reason it's not on your device. Have you got? Are you using Chrome on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, should do it automatically.
I think it's the ladder over here. Malcolm, it's really bad.
Okay. Well, also, well, no, it should be done. It should be done inside the actual browser. The actual software should be managed to cope with it. It was all right. It was all right before, but when lots of people start talking, your microphone's feeding back. So even now, I can hear myself kind of just clipping in the background. What I think I might have to ask you to do in future is just if you got any headphones or earpiece, that should work. So that's what I use. Just those little kind of earbud things. And you know, also it means that my kids don't have to listen to you guys. And my wife is just wondering why I'm talking to myself at the computer. But yeah. But yeah, that certainly helps, and that's what the StreamYard recommend is that people use headphones. Because I mean, it's fine because occasionally I have to mute your mic, but it'd be great if you could. In the future.
Well, Malcolm, you know when you're talking to yourself.
Yes.
Well, you're just consulting yourself for expert advice.
Yes, I am. That's what I tell my psychiatrist. Mark's back. Hi, Mark.
Oh yeah, all fueled up.
Cool. Oh, fuel's nice and cheap at the moment.
$107 I've just paid for hers.
What has she got?
She has got a little Citroen C1.
Oh, is that a full tank?
No. Well, 15 quid, but just over half in it. So.
Right.
Yeah, the Golf. You have to run the Golf on super unleaded or liquid gold, as I call it, and it was surprisingly cheap this time.
Well, we know what VWs are like for emissions.
Well, it does do 500 million miles to the gallon.
Well, they've got to do something to recuperate the fine for the emissions failures.
Sorry?
They've got to do something to recuperate to recoup the fine they got for emissions fiddling.
Yeah, I think emissions wasn't really an issue in 1983 when that was built.
1983.
Was that on an old A plate?
Why?
Why? He just wants to know.
Ooh.
Yeah, there were a couple of A registration ones, but they're quite rare. There were sort of late, ones that have basically been at dealers for a while.
Yeah.
But most of them, mine was kind of the last. They were maiden for about another 4 months after my one, and that was it.
Right. And how many resprays has it had?
Just the one
Wow,
in the original colour. It was like a lot of the decent ones. It was spent from about, it failed its MOT in 1989 and sat in a garage to about 1998. And then the guy sold it to the bloke who restored it. Yeah, so I'm the fifth owner, I think, fourth or fifth owner.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of them that are out there will have again failed an MOT on something minor and spent a good 10 years in a garage. You know, so.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? So you're going to be the last owner.
Who knows? I mean, you know, the way I look at it, it's an appreciating asset. I mean, if you know, the only nearest thing I've got to a pension, so I don't know, when I can't drive it anymore, then sell it. But you know, for the time being, just get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. How much is it to insure, Dave?
About £120 a year.
Wow.
Yes, it's classic insurance. So
have you got it on classic insurance? Or?
Oh yes, it's classic agreed evaluation. Because you don't, you know, if they do it at market value, they just basically value it as a 37-year-old car. They don't look at it into, you know. So so I mean so you basically got to send off photos, you know, showing the engine bay, the interior, overall condition, and you tell them how much they think it's worth, and more often than not, the last couple of years, there's been no problem at all. They've just valued it at that. So.
Right. Well, that's good.
But,
where do you
have a look, see what they go for, and you know. So.
Do you have a garage nearby that you keep it in?
Yeah, it's a friend of mine's farm that I keep it at. So. And it's quite handy because a friend of mine has got a you know, the jobs. There's a lot of jobs that I can't do. The stuff that I'm not, that's kind of above my skill level. My friend's got a workshop there, so he does not that it needs much work doing to it, but you know, he's done a few. Like over the winter, he did a few bits and pieces on it for me. You know,
well, like welding and things.
Well, no, bodywork's fine. It's just what it is. It's the valve stem oil seals.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Get hard over time. They're like a kind of
they're
rubber compound,
regular.
and basically with a car, it's one of the problems of storing it. Basically, they get hard and brittle.
Yeah, they perish.
Yeah, so what it would do on the overrun, you get a little puff of smoke out the back where it's dropping oil into the combustion chamber. So he did those for me.
Yeah.
But it's running loads better. I mean, not that it was running badly before, but it goes like a rocket, blimey. So it's a shame. Obviously, no shows this year, but it doesn't do it any good just having it sat there. But,
no, you quite enjoyed doing that online.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll do another later in the year. You know.
Yeah.
It was about the guy put up a YouTube video. It was about 50 cars took part.
Wow. I noticed. So Armed Forces Day this year is what date? I can't remember what date is it. 20th of June. It's about 12 days away. We so yeah, it's just all going to be on social media. So that we have been asked what we're going to be doing for it, and I can't really think of anything apart from just putting up some posts, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Reserves Day as well during that week. But yeah, it's all online. You know, I'm not sure what other people are doing, but it just seems to be reserved to online now.
Everybody all right there?
Sounds like someone's here have a sneezing fit. It might be Gary. I don't know.
You all right there, Gary?
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. You all right, buddy? Sound like you fell off your chair, Gary.
No, I just got my headphones there.
Ah, gotcha. Well done, mate. Let's see if that makes a difference. It should do. All right, pig's ear of this. Tell you, the heat is making a big difference to this glue. Or either that, or it's just me not being very good while it's warm.
Are you still on with the 209, Malcolm?
Yeah. Yep. Peugeot 209. The 209 or was it 208? 207?
Well, 205, isn't there?
205 was the first.
205. I had a 307. Was it a 307?
Yeah, bigger one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that car so much. I thought it was a beautiful car.
The turbo diesel one.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
TD. Yeah. TD. It was the first car that I bought with my, well, like I say, with my own money. My dad had to be a,
Guarantor.
That's the word, guarantor. And I didn't even know that at the time. When I went to pick it up, they said, "Yeah, we need a guarantor." I said, "Oh, luckily my dad's here." Dad. Yes. But you don't mind. But yeah, 307. It was in a graphite grey. Had fog lamps. So stupid, isn't it? At the time, though, I was overjoyed. Had my own job, working, car, living the life of my Peugeot.
Pug
Was
life.
it brand new?
It wasn't. No, it was an ex-rental.
Right.
But it was really good. Good fun. I loved it. Loved it. So I had to sell it, really. I had to sell it when I
Was it
became a
bright
student.
yellow?
No, graphite grey.
My
Graphite
first
grey.
car was a little Mark 1 Fiesta.
Oh, brilliant.
Boston green.
Yeah.
And I can still remember the registration plate.
Oh, I can't remember mine. Was it interesting, registration plate?
No, BNG 375.
Wow. Yeah, you don't forget your first car, I don't think, do you?
Yeah, so they say.
Not on YouTube, please.
Yes.
It's probably been scrapped long ago, to be honest, though.
Yeah.
Well, you can check, can't you, on the DVLA?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. That's something you can do. I can't remember the registration plate of mine.
Yeah. Type in the reg and it will tell you if it's sawned or, whatever. Because I did that with my first car. It was a rare car. It was a Mark 1 GTI, but it was a 5-speed 1600, and they didn't make those for very long at all. It was like a crossover model.
Yeah.
And I went on the DVLA website, and there's no traces. I've got a horrible feeling the bloke I sold it to wrote it off.
Oh dear.
It's a real shame. But there we go.
Yeah. That's much better, Gary. No feedback whatsoever. You can hear us all right, Gary?
Oh, again, aye.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. That's great. Thank you, mate.
My very first car was an SR Nova.
Right.
Now that is a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Wow.
They are rare. Good heavens. I bet there's probably about 10 of those on the road, if that.
And many of them would be straight.
Huh? What colour was it?
A wee red one.
Oh, wow.
They
I bet you loved it.
Red, white, and black, weren't they? They were the three colours they gave.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to it?
I ripped it off.
I like the man's honesty.
Yeah, you could have said nope, no idea what happened to it.
Nope, I read it off.
Yeah, dear. Gosh, but that was a horrible day.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Was it a friend of mine? He inherited Austin Maestro, the one with the talking dashboard.
Huh?
And the thing was terrible because it'd say, you know, it'd come up with all these error messages, and it's just because it didn't work properly yet. And he rolled it in a ditch, and he's hanging upside down by the seatbelt, and this thing goes, oil pressure low. And the only injury he sustained was he bruised his fist punching the dashboard.
That's where I used to work. We just tested car engines to destruction, basically. And one of our biggest customers was Austin Rover.
Yeah.
And we had those engines that went in the Maestros, Montegos, obviously the Metros, and the Rover 800s. Now, always the S-Series, which went in the Maestros, they experimented with, well, they didn't experiment. They did experiment and then put it into production, an S-Series turbo.
Yeah.
But then they decided to charge cool it. Oh, dear. We used to do a thing called a butch test, which was put it on the test bed, connect up all the services, the oil, water, electrics, stick a dynamometer on the back to simulate pull-in load.
Mm.
You could always guarantee after 5 minutes, number 3 rod would come crashing out the side of the block.
Wow. Blimey.
They were worrying. Ex-girlfriend of mine, friend of hers, had a MG Maestro turbo.
Hmm.
That was worryingly quick. That was, oh god.
When Austin Rover started to go onto the Rover 200s, they used a new engine called the K Series, which was basically a Suzuki-derived race engine.
Oh, the head gaskets.
Yeah, 1.4, 16 valve, twin cam. Lovely little engine, and somebody decided to stick it in a Y-Reg Metro. This was one of the Austin Rover engineers, and just trial the engine. It was an absolute rocket.
Yeah.
And one of the
more up to date. We have a Vauxhall Astra LS.
Mm-hmm.
However, it has a 1.7 Suzuki engine in it.
It has a what? Sorry.
A 1.7 Suzuki engine on board. Factory type as well, because I've got the manual when we were looking at the
engine swap. God knows where he got the engine, but he extended the engine compartment 6 feet, and he extended the rear compartment 4 feet. One to make way for the engine, the other one to make way for the fuel tank.
That sounds like that extended range Opel that's in Cosford.
Well, I don't. As I say, I don't know where he got the lump for it, but he stuck in a 45-litre Griffin.
Oh, fudge!
Yeah, brown trouser time.
Oh, no. He built one with a Merlin, didn't he? And he wrote it off, so he rebuilt it and stuck. He couldn't get another Merlin, so he stuck a Griffin in it.
Yeah,
and had to use it was the clutch out of a tugboat because
that's right.
He tried a Rolls Royce one, it just disintegrated.
It wouldn't take it at all.
Yeah, he'd never got it out of second gear, did he? He did 200 miles. It did about 180 miles an hour in second gear, and I think he lost his nerve after that. I mean, the Griffin, that's 200 brake horsepower?
And the rest. More like 1,200.
No, 2,000 brake horsepower. I think standard Griffin was.
Possible, yeah. You did say 200, so I was justified in the
Oh,
correction.
I'm sorry, that was the economy model. The Griffin 1.1L.
Economy.
Popular.
My grandparents had a Ford Escort Popular.
Popular, yeah.
It was a bright blue. My granddad used to really rev it whenever he was reversing. Just, you know, I don't know whether it was because of the car or just his heavy right foot, but whenever it was reversing, it was really high revs.
High revs, just don't release the clutch a bit early.
No, you just let it. Yeah, just ride the clutch.
What happens if I take my foot off? No, don't do it. Crunch.
Well, last time I was getting my car serviced at the Skoda garage, and it goes, this guy comes in. It's about 15-year-old Skoda Fabia.
Yeah.
And I said, I know the bloke owns a garage. I said, you get through many clutches. He goes, oh, we love him here. He changes the clutch about as often as he changes the oil.
They're not going to tell him any different, are they?
No.
Oh yeah, we love him here.
Number one customer. He's going, oh, these clutches just keep going. Terrible.
I know, yeah.
Oh, chat's quiet tonight. I was buzzing this afternoon. Ooh, it's coming over all dark here, isn't it? Yeah, it's coming over all dark all of a sudden. It's just like that scene from Starship Troopers. Can I remember that? Nope. Just me then.
Very vaguely from, well, I was going to say which one?
The first one, obviously. There is no others. Are there?
I'm not sure, you know.
No, there are no others. Just like the Matrix films. There's only one.
All right. Like the Star Wars Christmas special that no one talks about.
Yeah. Yeah, or Ewoks.
Yeah. Well, there are a load of ropey RoboCop remakes and get up to RoboCop 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Made for TV. Kind of.
You have 20 seconds to comply, or I'll give you a.
Right, gentlemen, I'm going to toddle off for the night.
All right, buddy.
See you later.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for coming in.
No worries.
Take care, boy.
Take care, guys.
Take care of yourself.
That one. That one is. I was going to check the YouTube feed, see if we've been pulled this time.
All good?
Yeah, we're still on that.
We've not been wiped off of YouTube tonight, then.
Not tonight, no. Well done, Keith. Well done. Well done.
Well, I've just fed the carpet monster.
Right.
Yes, I just fed the carpet monster my sword.
Oh, right.
I'm afraid I couldn't fall on my sword. So I'm going to have to scratch build one.
Oh gosh, must be somewhere. Must be quite a big thing.
Now my usual trick is
It's about
scratch build the replacement.
It's about an inch long.
Right. What about the sword? See, hear YouTube flickering.
Oh, that's nowhere near as long as that.
That's on a cold day. He'll turn up, mate. They always do.
The moment you finish scratch building a replacement,
Yep, always.
Well, I'll prepare a replacement for it.
Yeah. Well, usually after the show is when I start doing my carpet monster recovery.
Well, I've just been down and had a look with the torch because I didn't want to put a foot on it. Because if I put a foot on it, it would break. It's quite delicate.
Yeah.
There's
What colour is your carpet?
So I'll do it. Oh, it's all sorts, but there's a bit of white, and some maroon, and it's sort of patterned. It's one of these bedroom carpets that.
I know, yeah. Do you remember the hobby shop in Farnborough Way? CBL Hobbies.
Yes.
Their floor was like
no lino floor like that. It's hollow plastic, so quick.
Yes, it was pretty much. It pretty much looked like lots and lots of tiny plastic parts. Like the worst possible place to drop anything that was grey plastic, and it would just literally disappear. Like
combat stress is a bit the same, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because it's just covered in little bits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything up at combat stress, anything up at CBL, it was a nightmare. I remember when I lost that refueling rod at combat stress.
It was in your cup of tea, wasn't it?
It was in the bottom of my coffee. Brilliant. If I didn't drink that, it would have been a trip to the hospital. Be like, oh, not you again.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So we stopped sniffing glue and started eating plastic instead.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, that combat stress floor was covered in paint and clay and all sorts of that.
Well, I remember doing a session there, and the bloke was doing some reins. He was making a horse.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where the bloody hell are these reins gone?" And we're all like looking on the floor, and all, he's cut them out of Tamiya tape. And I looked, and he scratched his head. They were stuck to his elbow. So like, he was just more relieved that he knew where they are.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I put them.
That reminds me of my elder brother. He was going out to go firing one morning on the railway, and he couldn't find his shovel, his firing shovel.
Right.
And he was looking all over for it, and then he realised that his wife had painted a lovely picture of a Lancashire boiler on the wall of the hall.
Uh-huh.
So they had this lovely picture of a Lancashire boiler, full size.
Yep.
And it was leaning up against that. And he said it looked so natural there. He said, I didn't think that was my shovel. I thought it was a painting.
Brilliant. A coal shovel, has that got a really long handle?
No, not a very long handle. They're fairly short handle, but it's quite a big, broad blade.
Right.
It's
Right,
not that broad, but it's a blade with fairly deep sides.
Yeah. So you can cook your breakfast on it.
Oh, easy, yes. It was superbly engineered for cooking breakfast on.
Yeah. Brilliant. There's a Chinook flying around here. Might be able to hear it in the background.
I'm going to have to change then.
You should be able to hear that now. Can you hear that?
Nope.
No.
Gosh. It's really low.
I can hear it now.
It was they do training on one of the fields up here. They just drop really low, scrape their back wheels along the field, and off they go again. Like a quick drop. They don't drop anything, obviously. They're just training.
Mate of mine.
There's a reservoir near Overton. Yeah, there's a reservoir near Overton. They come up and just drop their back wheel on that some nights.
Right. They're fishing. What did you say, Mark?
A friend of mine used to serve on 27 Squadron Chinooks.
Yeah.
27 Squadron was the air taxi service for 22 Regiment. Or SAS and SBS.
Mm-hmm.
And he said what they used to do if they were SBSing, it was amazing because the pilots had that much confidence they could drop the back end of the air, they could lower the tailgate of the aircraft, drop it into the sea, and then the SBS would come up in a rib and just drive the rib straight into the back of the Chinook, and off it went.
God, that's amazing. That's real James Bond stuff, don't it?
It is, totally.
Gosh. Fancy seeing you here. Quite amazing. Are they able to change the angle of the rotors so that they can do that? Right. Okay. Right.
They change the angle of the blades to give them forward or reverse flight.
Yes, of course.
And they can also change the actual total angle of the disc.
Yeah,
which would give them the left or the right.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. No. It's always a favourite of mine when they come out of Odium and you go to React and then watch the Chinook displays. It's always good.
Mm.
I used to I got to know one of the Loadmasters a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
And I got a really cool photograph of me somewhere with a big neon hand from the back of the Chinook, the one that they wave. I was 40 in the picture, but my smile was like I was about 8. So, I'm so happy. Oh. I have to find that picture, actually. It's a good photo.
Used to be no fun trying to run under the back of them Chinooks when they landed.
No.
No.
Because they were wobbling around the place, or it was just too noisy, or the wake, or what?
Mixture of both.
Yeah.
It's 100-mile-an-hour downdraft off the back prop on that Chinook.
Yeah. That one. My wife has been cleaning all the kids' shoes. Was it way too small for them just to sell on? And she had a washing machine full of shoes on today, and you could see all the little lights blinking on the heels. The kids have these little blinking lights. So what the hell is that in there? It's like I thought the washing machine was breaking or on fire or something. Oh, Dave's back. Welcome back, Dave.
Oh, phone shut down again.
That's all right. No worries. It makes a beep noise in my earphones when someone comes in.
Right.
So I know, but it doesn't tell me if someone's dropped out. So anytime I usually know that someone has dropped out is when they're coming back in. Otherwise, I don't think I'd notice. Eventually, I'd notice. It's nothing personal.
I have to say, of all weathering, I think paint chipping is one of my favourite things to do. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just there's a definite art to it. It's just one of those things. It's so easy to overdo.
Yeah.
When you get it right,
So is there much chipping on there then?
Hold on a minute. I'll show you what I've done.
Plays off.
You see?
Right, yeah, gotcha. So yeah, of course there'll be lots of chipping on that, won't it? Because it's ground equipment.
It's white, isn't it? So
yeah,
get kind of pretty beaten up.
Yeah. No, I was just thought you were doing the nozzles. I was like, trying to think of what chipping.
No, just again, I'm not really. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with those because that's just doesn't look like anything really.
Yeah. Well, maybe you know, like you do a figure, you make sure. Well, some people put all the detail into the face, and then they go darker for the rest of the figure. Maybe you could do something similar on that. Is that you put all the detail into the front, and then everything drops out the back.
I'm just up for the challenge, really. You're just figuring out how to make them look a bit more, minimal detail, how to make them look a bit more interesting.
Yeah, I think a bit of post shading. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe change each panel a slightly different shade of.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was looking at photos after we came off earlier on. You'll see that there's some reference photos where one of them will have been replaced
Yeah,
The other one
they're
is
always good.
significantly newer than the other one. So that's
Yes. I remember one of the things I took away from Flory was that he always had in his on his aircraft, he always had one panel that was brand new.
Yeah.
You know, it gives it a bit of narrative, the story.
Well, you look on. I mean, some of these FATs are absolutely filthy.
Yeah.
You know, just a real grounding kind of dirt, you know.
Yep. What was the deck like? Was it the same?
Sorry?
Was it the deck? Was that as dirty? Do they keep that
Well,
reasonably clean?
I think it's just, you think the environment it's in, it's like basically getting a salt bath every time it takes off.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously it's like grime, just general grime and rubbish just accumulates on the deck, doesn't it? So
Yeah. So I can't imagine anything from the Navy being left dirty. You know what I mean? I imagine the decks are kept quite clean, especially for like debris and things. If you've got aircraft.
They walk the deck definitely, but I think if you're flying in a storm at sea, and as you come into land, basically spray it gets this kind of salt bleaching effect on the paint. It's the other way to describe it.
Thomas is in the house. Hey, Thomas. Thomas would like to know, what is the name of that putty on your desk, please, Dave? Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. What's that about?
That's Deluxe Materials Perfect Plastic Putty.
I recommend that one. Very good.
Yeah, I'd recommend that, and Mr. Dissolved Putty as well for finer gaps. I think they work together really well. Isn't that the one that Steph was talking about today? Mr. Dissolved Putty, yes.
Yeah. I like the Perfect Plastic Putty because it's water soluble. You can literally just lick your finger and run it across the edge, and bada bing. A nice smooth edge. But I mean, you will find that tube will dry up pretty quickly.
Really?
Yeah. So either keep the cap on or add a little bit of water into the top if you're going to keep it stored for a long while.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I had a tube. It's probably half the size, a bit thicker.
Right.
And that dried up within 6 months.
Right. Okay.
It's probably just me being shit, but don't tell anyone that.
But then I find the same. I mean, that's why I bought this, because I had some squadron. I mean, admittedly, it's years old, and that was just rock solid.
Yeah.
And I did have some of the Tamiya light curing putty, and I just never seemed to work.
Right.
I tried it in daylight and UV and everything. It just didn't. I don't know. Seemed to go off. But,
right. Oh, Thomas has just bought it half price on Amazon.
Yeah, there we go.
Use your affiliate link, Dave.
Yeah. Other filler is commercially available.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I don't know what the legality or the regulations surrounding models for heroes recommending products. Not that I'm really recommending any, just that's a good one to use. Or is that a recommendation? Crikey, it really is. Oh, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're the ones that seem to work the best.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys a bit of an update.
Yeah, what are you doing? What's up? Oh, I've got Dave on full screen. Hang on. That's me not paying attention. See, that colour does not look too bad at all.
That looks right to me.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Airfix paint I used to sell.
So yeah, I mean it's interesting, isn't it? Because some parts look redder where you've got the light kind of on, on the top where you've got the lights and stuff. They're much redder, but what an interesting paint, interesting color.
We shall see. See how it
I
goes.
mean, it's not wrong. That's what I would say. It's definitely not wrong because you can definitely tell once you've got your markings and everything on. You'll definitely tell what it is. You know. But
bit of weather in a way you go, basically.
There's also the effect of it, I suppose, in a way you could say that, you know, the conditions out there changes the paint due to the UV index and this, that, and the other. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, also the tricky thing is photographs. You know, some of them would be photographed in sunset conditions, you know, at dawn, at high noon, you know, all sorts of different things. So it's really difficult to get a good gauge on a color. But yeah, if it doesn't feel right, though, Mark.
It just didn't feel right as soon as it went on. I thought, oh, God.
Yeah, yeah. How'd you
but
feel
it'll be
about it
better
now?
when I stick the nose on because it won't be a tail sitter.
Oh, yeah, notoriously. You'd fill it with concrete, though.
Yeah. Well, the F3s were sponsored by Blue Circle, not so much the GR.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Well, they had a problem with the Fox Hunter radar when the F3s shipped out to the Gulf, so
right.
The only way they could compromise to get the was to take all the radar gear out.
Yeah.
And because that altered the center of gravity, so they had to stick a equivalent weight lump of concrete in. Henceforth, well, that's why they were called Blue Circles.
Right, right.
But that's where we're up to at the minute.
That's great, mate.
This evening, I've just done all the pylons, stores.
Yeah.
I've made an absolute schoolboy error, though.
What have you done?
Well, I can just very carefully lift it up. Yeah, if I can tilt your camera. On the inboard stations.
Yeah.
Which are these ones. They have a shoulder pylon for the sidewinders.
Right.
I apologise about my camera rocking, but it's hanging from a bungee above me. And the shoulder pylon should be facing the intake, so it should be on this side. Unfortunately, I put the pylon on, and the holes are on this side.
Oh, gosh.
So always read the instructions.
What?
You got instructions with yours?
That's my next project, is a bit of rapid tailoring.
Yeah, you can fix that.
Yeah, there's nothing in this world that explosives can't fix.
No. Well, have you done the same on the other wing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it matches. It's fine.
Yeah, we won't say anything.
No, our secret. Thomas says RTFI.
Eyes up.
Oh, and Thomas also says that paint scratched off easily.
What, the desert pink?
Yeah, I assume that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It did. I mean, you could, when the jets left the UK fresh, and when we first landed in Thebes in Oman, there was bits flaking off, patches. You could make out the NATO European camouflage underneath the grey and green.
Yeah, right.
So that was hastily reapplied with.
I suppose it was down to the priming, wasn't it?
No, well, they weren't really primed. The aircraft were washed.
They weren't prepared, were they?
Well, it was a bit of a rush job. The aircraft were washed, and then they got the air cadet unit on the summer camp.
To paint it, I suppose,
the aircraft spray bay, and just once they were dry, they were sprayed and baked. So there wasn't really a case of priming it.
No.
It's been washed. It will do.
Well, no, and that affects how the paint stays on, doesn't it? Because it didn't have the surface adhesion.
Oh, this is true. Right then, gents. Anyway, I bid you a good evening.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, then.
Take care.
And I shall catch you all soon.
Yeah. See you Wednesday afternoon, or are you working?
It won't be Wednesday afternoon. It will probably be Wednesday evening.
That's cool. No problem at all. See you then.
Take care, gents.
See you, buddy.
Good to meet you, Gary.
Same to you. I'm going to have to call it a night as well. Boys, my back is killing me.
Oh, no worries, buddy. Is that an ongoing problem you got with your back?
Yeah, unfortunately it is.
Yeah, it's sitting a long time, is it?
Aye, just starts to play up every so often.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
I'll see you Wednesday, Michael.
Yeah.
Or Malcolm.
Okay.
Okay.
And Michael. Yeah, and Michael.
Yeah, sorry, not Malcolm.
That's all right. Take care, mate.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
All right.
And then there were 3. Thomas says, I remember queuing in the desert. Excuse me. Yeah, getting warm, yawning. I remember queuing in the desert, throwing a roll of black nasty over and old newspapers and cardboard to mask up the vehicles we drove in, and was sprayed and drove out on the other side. Whatever works, isn't it? The situation and whatever you've got at the time. What's the one that's still called flying? It's called Pinky, isn't it? God, it's really humid here. What's it like there, guys?
Yeah, getting quite humid here. Maybe a thunderstorm later, I reckon.
Yes.
Hoping for a nice day tomorrow.
Where are you going then, Keith?
I'm going to up near Canterbury tomorrow.
All right. Nice. Nice. What's up there?
I've got a day out in, well, part of a day out in Kent.
Lovely. I haven't got my map up anymore. I can't look where it is.
Does that work, Keith?
Part way between London and Dover.
Oh, down there. Okay. I'm with you.
Does that work, Keith?
Yeah.
It's not work. It's going to be playing around with steam engines and boilers and getting itself mucky and sooty. Doesn't sound like work to me.
Yes, it's on a farm this time.
Okay.
It's the sterilising boiler for a farm.
Oh, we talked about this before, wasn't it? Soil sterilisation.
Yes, we talked about this last week.
We did, yeah.
Yeah. Then next week I've got to go up to the railway in Kent.
Thomas says just downloaded a statue which is going to be made into the head for the Thunder Child. Is it any particular statue or just a whatever you could grab? Is there what's it mentioned?
Oh, that'll be for the ship's figurehead, won't it?
Yeah, just trying to think what it would be. If it's a significant one, I could. Oh, Zeus. There we go. Zeus. Zeus, God of War or God of Thunder? God of something. Oh, it'll be God of Thunder, won't it? Of course. Duh. So yeah, we didn't get pulled from YouTube this evening. That's good. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I was looking at all the other. Well, I can't really talk about it on here, can I? Because I'm on YouTube. But I was looking at the other words that they use that are also considered a flag. And it's words that you would possibly use if you had been flagged, right? And you were discussing it in a YouTube video, that would be flagged. So even the word flagged gets you flagged because you're talking about being flagged. Yeah. I just realized that now. I've just said it like
you've just said flagged many times.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Whoops. It's inappropriate to talk about being flagged. So we'll see. I don't know. Can't make it up, can you? How dare we?
Yeah, to be careful with the film recommendations from now on.
Yeah. Yes. Anyone seen any good films lately? No. My first TV job, Thomas says, was at Neen Valley Railway. Oh wow! Filming a train stunt for Dalziel on Pasco. Neen Valley Railway. Have you been there before, Brigitte?
I've been there, yes.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, what's Dalziel and Pasco then? I don't recognise that.
It's a police series.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes. I actually made it on the food show one Christmas.
Did you?
Yes.
Does your wife know this?
Yes, she was about at the time. I was asked to remain in character.
Ah.
So I had a white beard and a red suit and welly boots on.
Uh-huh.
And we tasted stuffing and gave our opinions on it.
Okay. Wow.
Anyway, on that note, gentlemen, I'm going to have to call it a day.
No worries, buddy. Thanks for coming along.
We'll
see you
Wednesday, yeah?
Yeah. All right. All right, mate. Take care of yourself.
See you then. Bye-bye.
Be good, Dave. Bye. Right. I'll close the stream then. It's just you and me.
Okay, well, I have a scratch-built sword coming on.
Yeah. So look, hang on. Do. Press the button. There it is.
Press the button. Let's find a piece of something for it to go behind. But that's starting to look quite sword-like, isn't it? There?
Cut you see. Kind of long and curved. You'll find it when you get up.
Yeah, long and curved, but yeah. But that will do. That will replace the sword that has been eaten by my carpet.
You'll find it. You'll find it.
Yeah, I may well find it. I might find it in a minute when I unplug the computer because I've got to take the computer with me tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be underneath there, won't it?
Well, it's not under the computer, but it could be in with the power cables for the computer. But I don't think so. I think I've lost that one.
Yeah. Thomas says that he was asked about stuffing. You were talking about stuffing just now. He was asked about stuffing, so he gave some sage advice.
Yes.
Very good. And he's still here. Yes, I'm well aware you're there still Thomas. But it's a hot evening. I want to get some air. Cheers, Keith.
Okay, I'll log off now, and we will see you.
Wednesday.
I should be
Wednesday,
all right
12.
for Wednesday.
Brilliant. Good.
I'll just
Enjoy
have to
Kent.
try and get some spraying done on the tank.
Excellent. Enjoy Kent.
Yeah. Cheers. Bye.
All right, mate. Take care. All right. So what I've done is these little boxes, which are the magazine parts underneath here. These are the bits that go chunk chunk. And then I still need to make these parts here, 2 little strips. But I've done the front 2 barrel root parts for both sides. I think it goes that way, I think, actually. And yeah, I've got to stick those on. Still got lots of pieces to make because there's 4 barrels on that side. And there's 3 barrels on this side, I think. Yes, lots of bits, lots of cutting. We're getting there slowly. Probably another couple of months. Yes, it did. It did help. Thank you. Just remembering how much more detail there is than obviously in this paper model. Like on this chap's right gun hand, there's lots of this one. There's lots of extra wiring and things like that. That's not on this model. It did make me wonder whether it would be a great idea to respray it, repaint it, seal it, prime it, spray it, paint it, and then super detail it. Because like there's parts on the back here where they've just drawn in the wires, obviously. But it'd be nice to give them a bit of, actually put the wires on top. And then maybe do something with the rivets, the way they've done the rivets as well. Don't know. Thing is, I might be really fed up with it by the time I finished. So I'm not going to start doing that until I've done it, and then I'm going to decide whether I'm going to revisit. I always come back to it one day. Cheers, Thomas. I'm off. And thanks everyone else for watching. We'll be back on Wednesday at 12. See you then. Oh, I have seen guys epoxy paper craft by the, but there is a danger of warping. Yes. Yeah. There's no. The one thing I've noticed about this is actually I put in this tacky glue on. There's been no warping at all. If I overdo it with the glue, I get these kind of things where the glue kind of is getting moist, and then I leave a dent in it, and then it seals like that. But otherwise, it's been really good. I had no problems with it at all. I pulled the masking tape off, so I have to repair that somehow. But anyway, right, better go. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.